What's good, YouTube? Anti-Yami here, back with another video, and today I have a deck profile of my locals run from yesterday. I was playing some like Bystial Rocket deck, and I honestly performed very well. I didn't win the tournament, I went X1, but we'll talk about the deck once we get to it. But let me talk about some of the matchups I went against. It was a 4-round bracket, and my first round I went against I was about to say Therions, but no, it was Rika, and it played this card, so I just decided to use this as the Rika matchup. Yeah, so I 2-0'd Rikas. In my second round, I went against Pearlies. I 2-0'd Pearlies. In my third round, I went against Sprite Heavy Samurais, and it went to time and I lost. And versus actual Heavy Samurais, unfortunately he bricked, so yeah, I 2-0'd that matchup as well. So yeah, very fun tournament. My deck actually performed very well. I didn't do like a ton of testing with this deck, so I kind of just threw a list together. This is like version number 2, and I can't wait to like expand and make this deck a lot better. But the main deck right now is 45. My first version was playing 44 with no rockets, and I had ready fusions in the deck to kind of like use the Apple Dragon, but we'll talk about that once we get into it. I probably won't go into super details, but yep, this is version 1 of the deck. So starting off with the 3 ofs, the Bystial package, I played 3 Lebellion. He's insane, best starter in the deck. Second best Bystial, you got your Magnum Moose. This card is insane. This is how you keep your grind and your flow of the deck going. Very good. And I don't use these cards as hand traps per se. Sometimes they come up as hand traps, but I'm not going to count them as hand traps because I'm using these cards to kind of like facilitate my engine in my play. So yeah, but if you happen to play like Math Mechs or something like that, then I guess GG's, I guess. Double Solnier. This card is very important. If you discard this card off of Chaos Space, you can get into like the Bellions and crazy plays, and it's really cool. Not very often I dump Regain with this card because Ghost Ogre's in the format, and I had times where in practice I would set up the trap card, dump Regain, and then on end phase I'll try to bring back the Regain from the graveyard, and that gets ogred. Now I don't have like the Regain grind game, so I just go straight for Regain. If that gets outed, then I set the trap, and then trap brings back Regain. So that's the kind of way I look at it. I played the one Baldrake. Baldrake's insane. This card is really good. I think people don't really know how to use this card, but this card comes up way more than Sornier, or sorry, Jewel's Worm, but Jewel's Worm is just as important as removal as well. It helps you get over Babushka, which I had out today, or yesterday, which was pretty cool. We play one Regain and one Branded Beast, kind of like standard. Very good. Moving on to like the Chaos package, I play triple Star Leech. This card is like insane as a normal summon. It kind of puts a light in the graveyard to help your plays, and it kind of searches for whatever you need. It's such a versatile card. It's so good. You definitely want to see this card in your open hand. It's really good. One Chaos Legionnaire, one Black Dragon, and one White Dragon. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. This card came up so much during the tournament. Like, it came up like 3 times, and it's just insane. It helps break boards. I used it once to hand loop. It's just an insane card. I don't think I ever used the Monster Reborn effect. I think it came up once in a duel, but you didn't really need to go for it. But it's there just in case that happens. And of course, the 3 Chaos Space. I mean, God card in the deck. Moving on to the Rocket package, I play the triple Quick Launch, the 1 Boot. I play 1 Tracer, 1 Recharger, 1 Apsa Router, and I played Noctivision. Noctivision didn't perform very well because I kept getting drilled. Like, every time I would open this card and I would like try to use this effect, it never came up because I just kept getting drilled for this draw effect. So It's really cool for extending and stuff like that, and obviously I'll keep playing it because if you open Apps Router plus Safer, you can actually send this to the graveyard, add this, and then you can link off and facilitate your plays. So it comes up in that situation, but at the tournament, it honestly literally got drilled every single time I open it. So yeah, it's whatever. Still a good card. Going into the Apple Dragon package, I played 2 of these. I'm gonna probably cut this to 1 in this particular version because it's insane. And I don't want to like super combo going first. A lot of times I usually like set up like a little simple board with Seals Pass and hand traps and stuff like that. But it depends on the hand. But if you do open this, you can go into some crazy synchro plays, which is really, really nice. In my last build, I played 3 because it focused on this deck or this card, but I think moving forward for the way this deck is going right now, since it's more kind of like a control pace deck, I think this card is really good at 1, where you can search it off a Magnamute and on your opponent's turn, and then normal summon and pretty much wrap up the game from there. So I think that's how I'm going to use that card for the future. I'm not exactly sure. And 1 Ravine, because Ravine is insane in this deck and it's really searchable. Going into like the hand traps, going second cards. I don't know if I already said this, but this is a 45 card deck. So I cut down the hand traps a little bit because in my last version I played 3 Ghost Ogres, but now I'm only playing 2. I'm playing double Nibiru, which came up a lot at the tournament. A lot of people played into it. Triple Droll, double Veiler, triple Cyframe Gamma, and 1 Driver. People didn't respect this card. I'm just gonna go ahead and just say it. Nobody really respected this card. People asked when I had like Chaos Space, people drolled. It was just insane. So yeah, I'm not sure, but I got a lot of value out of Gamma that tournament. Like Gamma went in, definitely the best hand trap by far that tournament. It was crazy. So now going into the extra deck, we got Striker Dragon, Seals, Romulus, 1 IP, 1 Unicorn, 1 Goddess, and 1 Underworld Goddess. What's funny about this is that I want to make space for Lambda, and I think I can, but Striker came up like every single game. Seals, of course, came up like every single game. Romulus comes up every once in a while if you want to go for the Ravine play. A lot of times I just played it safe and just went for Seals most of the time. IP came up only in round 1 to help make Unicorn to spin back Lokai, which was really good. Appaloosa didn't come up and Underworld Goddess didn't come up, but potentially they could have come up. And in my previous build, since I don't own a Lambda at the moment, but I was testing with Lambda, Lambda comes up for the most part in this deck, but I didn't really miss it at the tournament. And having the Underworld Goddess just in case for Pearlies or whatever might be the permanent change. I don't know yet. I need to keep testing it, but yeah, these 2 cards didn't come up at the tournament, but possibly they could in the future, so I'm gonna keep testing it. Going into the synchros, we have 1 Coral Dragon. I didn't summon it at the tournament, but in practicality, it's really good. Stardust Charge Warrior, never summoned it. Even in practice, I probably summoned it literally once, and it was so niche, it might get cut, but it's there just in case. 1 Cyframe Omega, hand looped like 3 times in the tournament, it was crazy. XL Synchro, of course. 1 Boros Savage, make this card once, make this card all the time. Bear on the floor, make this card all the time. 1 Chaos Angel, made this card twice at the tournament, and it won me literally both those games. It was insane. It was hard out. They didn't know what to do. And of course, the Bystial Dispatter. I don't own it at the moment. I borrowed it at the tournament, but hopefully I'll be getting that card really soon because that card is obviously godlike. Going into the side deck, let me pull out my side deck real quick. Where is my side deck? I thought I had it. Where is my side deck? found my side deck. Okay. Now, there's a couple of things I experiment with the deck. I made the side deck pretty much last second. There were some things, obviously, I knew I was going to play, but there were some things I wanted to test. So, with the side deck, I played 3 Phantasmes. I played this versus decks that play a lot of links or whatever, and mainly for heavy samurais to kind of fix some of the, you know, bricks in my hand, maybe draw into other hand traps, things like that, because they always go into the Scarecrow. So I like this card. I sided it, didn't even see it, but in theory, I think it's really solid. I want to keep testing this out because I just like Phantasme. Phantasme is an awesome card, and he's a dragon too, so, and a dark, so it just kind of blends in the deck very well. 3 Truma Karmas. I want to also say this too. I lost every single dice roll in the tournament, and I went X1, losing to the Heavy Samurai Sprites. So I didn't really go second too much. So this didn't really. Well, actually, I did go second a lot because that's all I did. But I didn't really get deciding Truma Karma. Oh, Kirakara. I can't even speak. Holy moly. Yeah. So this card come up during a Pearly matchup. I sided it versus that. I didn't really trust it versus Heavy Samurais. I think it's good, but I think there's other better cards that you could play, like definitely more hand traps. I played the Phantasmes over it. So I only sided decked it once because it's also there for Kashtira, which I didn't play any of. But I think it's really, really good for obviously breaking boards. Just not very fantastic for this Heavy Samurais because they have too much of a big board. But I guess in theory it can work. Need to do more testing with it. Book of Eclipse for Kashtira and Pearlies. It's just really, really strong. I like it a lot. Just a very, very good card. Unfortunately, it can get Ash. And I was thinking about playing Book of Moon, which honestly, I might try out Book of Moon, but I feel like if you're going to side deck it, not main deck it, Eclipse is more impactful. So that's what my thought process was. I played the double Triple Tactics Thrust, double Talents, 1 Dark Rule No More, and 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. The Triple Tactics Talents or Thrust was pretty good for the most part. It helped me search a Triple Tactics which came up. But it wasn't like super crazy or anything like that. The Triple Tactics never really resolved it outside that one time, but if I were to draw, it would have been really good. Dark Ruler never came up, and Harpies never came up, but the Book of Eclipse saved my life in round 2 versus Pearlies because he ended on the Vanity's Fiend, and yeah, Book of Eclipse kind of like cleaned that up, so it was pretty good. And again, guys, sorry my camera keeps freezing. I'm not sure why it's doing that, so big apologies on that. But anyway, guys, that is the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. A couple of shout outs. Shout outs to Kenny for giving me this really, really cute Togekiss. Togekiss is one of my favorite Pokemons besides Milotic and like Blissey and stuff like that. But he gave me this card right here, and this is really, really cute. And he also gave me the sleeve as well. So, yo, shout outs to that. So that's really, really, really cool. So, all right, guys. Well, that's it for the deck profile. Hope you guys have a great one. I'll catch you guys in the future. Peace.